Okay.
The break was fine.
Are you seeing the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Thank you.
We can see the screen.
Yes, we can see it now.
We can see the screen.
So, looking at practices for building resilient community. Practices for building resilient community. The first practice is what we call the participatory planning and decision making. And basically, what is required here is that the various stakeholders, the community, the marginalized group, the vulnerable group, the government, and whoever is involved, it should be a participatory approach. It should not be just few persons imposing their ideas, their knowledge on the people. It should be a general decision. There should be a comprehensive decision. The community should be involved. The vulnerable group should be involved. The youth should be involved. That is basically what we mean by the participatory planning and decision making. Number two, practice is building a social capital network. We have talked so much about social capital this morning and network. The importance of social capital and network cannot be overemphasized. Very, very important that if we must build a resilient community, it does mean that we must first build a social capital. We must first build a network, because it is a network, the social capital, that will in turn enable us to build a resilient community. When we have a good, strong social capital and a good, strong network, building a resilient community will not be a problem. Number three practice is enhancing economic resilience. Enhancing economic resilience is what it means, that providing structures and systems that will enable one to observe and withstand shock, recover from shock when there's an economic shock. So enhancing economic resilience, it involves empowering the social network that are involved, empowering the community, exposing them to opportunities that they can fall back to after every economic shock. Then we have the natural resource management and ecosystem restoration. Natural resource management, some of the things or practices that are involved: resisting and stopping indiscriminate cutting down of trees, using our natural resources in a sustainable way. Part of the way we can restore the ecosystem is replanting trees, green energies, and the rest. They will help us in restoring the ecosystem. They will help us in managing our natural resources. The other practice that is needed is climate change adaptation and mitigation. There's emphasis, there is need for climate change adaptation. There is need for mitigation against drought, against flood, against undue weather conditions. So we must devise means to adapt to climate change, to mitigate, and finally promoting education and capacity building. Basically, these 6 practices will help in building resilient community. When you have exposed them on the dangers, you have built the capacity of the community. When challenges, difficulties, drought, and things beyond their control comes up, they were able to survive the situation by building resilient community. And that's why we say there must be a participatory planning and decision making. There must be building social capital. You must invest in building social capital. We must be deliberate about it in our community. We must enhance economic resilience. We must manage our natural resources and ensure there is a restoration of ecosystem. We must be climate change adaptation and mitigation. And we must ensure to promote education and capacity building. There are a few theories and practice of community resilience. There are theories. Number one is the socio-ecological resilience. And this emphasizes the interdependence of social and environment system. The social system depends on the environment depends on the social system. And this is done by building flood resistance infrastructure and protecting the ecosystem. That when we are doing our building, to ensure that we are building flood resistance infrastructure. Infrastructures that can resist flood. Infrastructures that will enable us to protect the ecosystem. Number two is community capital theory. And this highlights the role of different types of capital in resilience. And this is expected that there is a strengthening of social network. There is need for improving economic diversification. We cannot just lay our economic egg in one basket. The need to diversify. When we diversify, the possibility of withstanding economic shock will be there. So community capital theory emphasizes the role of the different capital in resilience. Then the third theoretical approach is the system approach, which focuses on interconnected system and adaptive capacity. And again, as I said before, we design flexible system for health, for education, and infrastructure. And we have the transformative resilience, which calls for reimaging and redesigning system post-crisis, shifting to renewable energy and equitable government. Musa, mute your mic. Musa, mute your mic. Musa.
Muna godiya ranka ya daɗe. An gama mun je kotun baya nan worship din bai fito ba. Sai gobe sai mu dawo.
Musa.
Allah ya saka. Mun gode. Allah ya saka da alkhairi. Allah ya tsare. Muna godiya ranka ya daɗe.
So these are the four theories.
Kai na gaya ma ga hanyar da zan bin ture ta. Kaji na ce mara ya zo in SPU yake so ya yi magana.
SPU yake so
ya yi magana.
The host just
ka zo mu kai ka dictative school ka je ka zama
us, please. Musa, you are disturbing us.
Hello, sir. Can you just go over the theories once more? You are a bit fast. Thank you, sir.
I am not fast. It was Musa that was making noise. I said we have the socio-ecological resilience theory. And this particularly the interdependence of social and environmental systems.
Sir, can you just mute everyone from your end?
The first rule is that if one refuses to mute his or her mic, and then we are complaining that the one person is disturbing the entire class, that person can be removed from the class to serve as a deterrent to the others, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm trying to remove Musa from this group. So we were trying to look at this, that the theories are: one, socio-ecological resilience theory, community capital theory, system theory, and transformative resilience theory. And I say for the socio-ecological resilience theory, the emphasis is on independence of social and environmental system. That the social system depends on the environment, while the environment also depends on the social system. And I say the practice is when we build a flood resistance infrastructure and protect the ecosystem. Building flood resistance infrastructure and protect the ecosystem. You put in infrastructure that can resist flood, that can withstand flood. Then we say the community capital theory highlights the role of different type of capital in resilience. Highlights the role of different type of capital in resilience. And this has to do with strengthening social network. When the social network is strengthened, it helps to improve economic diversification. People don't lay their eggs, particularly economic egg, in one basket. You're able to engage in other things that you can use to survive at the event of any disasters. Then we talk about the system theory, which focuses on interconnectedness between the social system and adaptive capacity. This has to do with how we adapt, designing flexible systems for health, for education, and infrastructure. Then I said the transformative resilience call for re-imaging and redesigning system post-crisis. And this has to do with shifting to renewable energy and equitable governance, which are very, very important. So these are the basic theories I explained. So let's look at the participatory approach to community development. Participatory approach to community development. Yes, Richard.
Thank you.
Richard, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. I just want to ask, are there predetermined conditions for implementing any of the theories to be applied in a particular case study, or you just select them randomly? For instance, each of the theories emphasizes a particular aspect of the community. So in application of this theory,
Yeah.
can we combine one more theories, or there are specific conditions for selecting the theories to be applied in a case study?
Application is using a theory that is relevant to your peculiar challenge. If your concern is to build a social capital, then community capital theory will be relevant, because the interest is to build a network. Are you together with me? If your concern is to see how the social system and the environmental system can work very well, then you'll be talking on socio-ecological resilience. But if you are looking for adaptive capacity, then you'll be talking of system theory. So depend on what you are interested in per time and what you are confronted with. Do you understand? But each system, each theory has its application, has its purpose. If your interest is to look for how to come up with a renewable energy, then you should know that you are looking for transformative resilience theory. So what you are looking for determine the system theory you will use, the theories you will use, the theoretical approach you will use. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. It's fine.
So let's look at the participatory approach to community development. What do we really mean by participatory approach to community development? It emphasizes the active involvement of community members in the decision-making process and actions that affect their lives. You are involving a community member in decision-making. You are involving a decision and the community member in planning. You are carrying them along. Some of the ideas may be emanating from them. When this is done, we say it is a participatory approach to community development. The need is coming from the community. You are not forming a need for them. And I said this approach are rooted in the belief that local people are the most knowledgeable about their own need, their challenge and solution. You can't know the need of the community more than the community. You don't know the challenges. And to let you know that most times they know the solution better than you. So they have a central role in shaping their own development. And this is done by engaging communities in a meaningful way. A participatory approach seeks to build a local capacity, foster ownership, and ensure sustainability. These are the basic issues. That participatory approach is actually community-driven. It is bottom-top approach. You are not bringing what you want on the community. What are the principles of participatory community development? Number one is empowerment. You are empowering the community. When you give them information, allow them to make decisions. That is an empowerment. Number two is inclusion and equity. Ensuring that the community, the marginalized people, all of them are included in the planning process, in the decision-making process, and in the implementation process. No group should be discriminated on. Every group is relevant. Are you getting my point? Then another principle is the local knowledge and context. For every community issue, there is a local knowledge involvement. Just as I said not too long, that you don't know their problem more than them. You don't know their challenges more than them. They are knowledgeable. Yours is to aid them. And how do you do that? And that is the next principle, collaboration and partnership. Are coming to partner with the community. Need to collaborate and work together. There are participatory approaches and methods that have been used. The PRA, that is Participatory Rural Appraiser. We have the Asset-Based Community Development, the ABCD. The Community-Based Participatory Research, the Participatory Budgeting, the Co-Design and Co-Creation. All of which, I will not take time to explain them, but these are approaches and methods that can be used. I discovered that I'm still far and my lecture should be finishing tomorrow for the next person to take over. So I will be a bit, those areas that are self-explanatory, I will not spend much time on them. Is that okay?
Yes.
Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
The benefit of participatory approaches. Number one, it increases ownership and sustainability. When the decision, the plan, the need is coming emanating from the community, it helps them to own the developmental project. It helps them to take ownership. And when there is ownership, there will be sustainability. So the idea, one of the benefits is that it increases ownership. And you know, when there's an ownership mentality, it will be better. Number two, it enhances social capital and trust. Participatory approach enhances social capital. It enhances trust. Number three, it improves decision making. It improves decision making. Very, very key. If the decision, the community are allowed to make their input to decide, they were able to decide very well. Then we talk of number four is empowerment of marginalized group. Participatory approach empower marginalized group because they are not neglected, they will be involved in everything. So these are the benefits. What are the challenges and limitations of participatory approach? Number one is power imbalance. Power tussle between the rich and the poor. Between the educated among stakeholders.
Sounding very positive.
Kyokura, you are disturbing my class.
Everything will take shape.
Baby, you are disturbing my class.
Sounding very positive.
So, number two is time and resource intensive. Participatory approach involves time. Resources are involved. These are the challenges. Number three is challenge is scaling up. You want to scale up the number of participants. Is a challenge.
Bad boys. Yes.
Then sustaining participation.
Yeah. Guys share together.
I don't want your sound for.
I'm trying to mute some persons. Please, can we mute our mic? It's getting out of place.
Get out of place now.
So these are the challenges and limitations of participatory approaches. Let's quickly look at assessing social capital.
It would have been of value if you revisit the challenges.
Methodology.
Yes, sir.
I cannot be revisiting when they are making noise. Talk to your colleagues to stop talking when I am talking. They cannot be taking over the class for me by making noise. And yes, James Gar.
Good afternoon, Doc.
I can see your
Sir,
hand.
yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, how can power imbalance work with the limitations of participatory approach in the sustainable social development?
There is a challenge. What do you understand by power imbalance? What is power imbalance?
Sir, to my understanding.
Do you understand what is power imbalance?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
When the when the power is shifted one side, or when they give more attention to one side,
Yes.
we can see the power is imbalance.
That is what we call balance imbalance. And we say it's a challenge. It's a challenge to participatory approach. When power is within some persons, others will not be able to participate very well. They will hijack decision making. Everything will be to their favor, not to the favor of the other group. So we are saying that it's a challenge. Do you understand what we mean by challenge? It's a limitation. It
Yes.
makes participation difficult. When one group have more significant influence or authority over another, we are saying that is a challenge. It is a group that have more power that will be doing the talking, doing the decision, doing the implementation. That will affect participation. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Do you get me now?
Yes, sir.
The next one.
Can we forge ahead?
I think you will go ahead and give
I've
explanation for the
explained this
last
thing.
three.
I was explaining. You people were not listening. You allow people to be talking from the background. I have a very long way to cover. Let's be sensitive and listen when I explain. I say participation involves time. It involves resources. Participatory approach involves time and resources. And because of the time involved, many people will not be willing to pay the sacrifice of the time. The resources that are involved may not be available. It becomes a challenge. Do you understand?
Very well, sir.
Then we talk about scaling up. What do we mean? What does scaling up mean? We are talking about you increasing the size amount of something. So scaling up participatory participants in decision making most times is a challenge. Who to be involved? How to involve them? Then I say sustaining participation. There are people that will come to meeting today that will not like to come tomorrow, especially when there is no immediate benefit. Most times people are not interested in long-term benefit. They are interested in now. So sustaining participation is also a challenge. So these are the 4 challenges and limitations, you can call them limitations of participatory approach. Power imbalances, time and resource intensive, challenges in scaling up, and sustaining participation.
Very
Are
good,
we
sir.
together?
Thank you, sir.
Very well, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very well. Thank you, sir.
Assessing social capital. We have established that social capital is a network, is a relationship and norms that facilitate cooperation and trust within and between groups in a society. We have established that it plays a very crucial role. So how do we assess social capital? Then we say assessing social capital is important for understanding the health and strength of community. It helps identify gap in trust in social network and community engagement. What are the methodology for assessing social capital? Number 1, we do what we call survey and questionnaire. You draw out your questionnaire, you engage in your survey. You find out relevant questions. Number 2, you can be interview and focus group discussion. You interview the group member, the people around. At that point, you're able to know the people that have common interests, common challenges. Because most times for us to have a social capital, there must be a common interest, There must be a common challenge. These are very, very key. Then the number 3 method is what we call social network analysis, the SNA. You do your social network analysis. Then you do what we call participatory rural appraisal. You appraise the rural community. You draw out their challenges, their problems. You're able to do mergings together, no one who needed to meet. Able to form groups for them. Then finally, you do what we call a case study and participatory action research. Do a case study and participatory action research. There are indicators for assessing social capital. Basically, we have what we call the structural indicators, community participation, social network, and institutional trust. We have cognitive indicators. We have trust, social cohesion, reciprocity, and mutual support. So I'm going to explain some few. Then we have relationship indicators, strength of social ties, civic engagement, interpersonal trust. Then we have, so these are the few indicators. So let's start with structural indicators. What do we mean by structural indicators? We say these indicators assess the network and participation of a community. It reflects how people connect with one another and with former institutions. What structure is bringing them together? What is the network for the participation? We're having a class and there's a structure that have brought us together. There's a network. The network is that all of us are MSC students of sustainable social development. Another indicator for assessing social capital is community participation. You measure the extent to which individuals participate in a social, political, economic activity. For example, you do voting, joining local organization, or volunteering. So these are the measures. Are they participating in social matter, in political matter? Then when you know how involved they are, then you're able to do what we call community participation. Then the third is the social network. You examine the density and range of social ties in the community and the number of active social organizations, such as youth club, women group, or business network, farmer association. All of these are social network. They are indicators. Then we look at institutional trust, measuring the trust that people have in institutions, such as the government. Do we trust the government? Do we trust the policy? Do we trust schools and healthcare services? And this has to do with level of public trust in local government institution or healthcare. So that's when we talk about institutional trust. It's far beyond trusting the individual. It's you trusting the institutions. And I say some of the institutions can be government. Some of the institutions can be policies, institutional policy. Some of the institutions can be schools. Some of the institutions can also be healthcare services. Then we talk about cognitive indicators. These are indicators that evaluate the attitude, the belief and perception of people within a community, focusing on social norms and values. How do the people believe? What is their perception? People with different perceptions cannot form ties to become a social group. So you look at their attitude. Already we are having some attitudinal problem in this class. Begging some persons to mute their mic, they will never mute the mic. They will be having their own conference meeting. One class is going on. It's already a problem of attitude.
Why? See, if you have a letter,
No, it's not 1 million. Oh.
he wrote to you, you know, there's what they do. When you appointed a unit head, they give you a letter. Is there anything like that?
Yeah. Then, place of trust.
Letter was given to me.
Omeagodi, please, can you mute your mic?
You have it.
Can you mute your mic, please?
But I know they gave me something like that as head.
Lucy, what?
So there is
Lucy,
also
Lucy, what
trust
please
as
say
an
what
indicator.
you
I want you to apply for responsibility.
It's a core element of social capital.
And give me a
This measures the extent to which individuals trust one another and their community. This is different from institutional trust. This is a trust for one another.
Because with a buzzer on the issue of
then we have social cohesion, which reflects the level of solidarity and unity within a community. Are they united?
Yeah.
Are they relating well? What is the degree of their social integration? Are they integrating? Then we have the reciprocity and mutual support. These aspects are often community members engaged in exchange of support, both material and emotional. Then emotional support. Do we reciprocate gesture?
Intelligence and Security Department. It should pay us trip. It is computed in our own allowance. And so
then we look at the relational indicators.
Salaries, you know, those people should be able to to collect the money.
Relational indicators. Let me send a notice to one of the persons that should copy my class.
Well, I was saying, should I press your body? Because I will do this one. My whole body will failing me. That was what I was just thinking. I say, let me ask you. Because I want to discuss that with you that time.
Yeah.
So I can't see why, that's not wrong. You see it.
I'll write a letter.
You know. So when you write letter attached that,
Okay.
I wish I would have gotten that letter.
No, I'll have to look for it.
You understand? If you get that, because I will put you in this thing and prepare.
Okay. I'll have to look for the letter.
And what will happen is that maybe if you know
the next point is what we call relational indicators that I've been explaining. And I said these indicators focuses on the quality of relationship between individuals and between institutions. You assess the strength of social bond and cooperation. What is the strength of the bond? Then the next point is the strength of the social ties. You measure the closeness and frequency of interaction between individuals in a community. How frequent do they communicate?
I'm not. I said there's some members that made them more.
Is a key issue. Then we have civic engagement. Mommy Lucy, please, you are disturbing the class.
HND, you know, in various places, those that will not consider. It was until I met council because this is
we evaluate the involvement of people in a civil body, such as voting, participating in local decision-making process.
Excuse me, sorry, Lucy. If Lucy cannot allow us to learn, let her be removed. Let her be removed. This is too much. Let her be removed from the lecture. Let her continue her discussion.
It's like she's not even paying attention to the lecture.
If she was not prepared for this program, nobody forced her to come. Let her be removed. This is too much.
She's completely unaware that her mic is mute. She's not even following.
This major how much trust individuals have in their immediate social network, such as family, such as neighbor, and colleagues. These are interpersonal trust. So these are basically the indicators. These are the indicators for assessing social capital. Any question? If there is no question, let's look at the limitations in assessing social capital. Okay, Jamga, ask your question.
So my own is a suggestion. For any class that is for any class that is not conducive for learning, it's very difficult for any class is suggestion. Any class that is not conducive for learning is very difficult for the learning to take place. So my suggestion is this: doc, choose anybody to be in charge. Anybody disturbing this class, they should remove the person from the class totally. They should understand that we're dealing with time. Time is not by our side. Please go.
I'm going to report Nathaniel and the others that I've noted to the HOD. I don't think they are interested in this class. They are disturbing my class. Okay. Let's quickly look at the limitations. In assessing social capital, time is of great essence to us and we're running out of time. The first limitation is that social capital is the limitation of subjectivity. Social capital is often shaped by individual perception and experience, making it challenging to capture consistently across different contexts. So it's limited. It's people of the same interest, the same perception, the same experience that comes together. And if that is not done, it becomes a problem. So it's subjective in nature. Number two, contextual variability. Social capital may vary widely depending on cultural, geographical, and historical context, requiring tailored approaches to measurement. So it is very, very key to understand that social capital varied widely. It depends on culture, it depends on the geographical location, it depends on the historical context. Then we have what we call complexity, the limitation of complexity of relationship. Social capital encompasses complex and multi-dimensional relationships that are difficult to measure with a single indicator or method. So it is difficult to measure because it is complex in nature. The relationship is multi-dimensional. Then there's a problem of data availability and comparability. Accessing data on social capital can be limited, especially in rural or marginalized communities. It may be difficult to compare results across different populations or regions due to differences in social capital as it's expressed. So the idea of assessing data is a serious challenge because marginalized community don't have data. The rural area, you don't have data. So these are the few limitations. Any question before we make progress? So permit me to forge ahead because of the want of time. Let's look at human development and well-being. Somebody raising up his hand? Okay. The human development and well-being. The human development theory using the capabilities approach. And what do we mean by the capabilities approach? The capabilities approach is a framework for assessing human development that focuses on the freedom and opportunity people have to lead life they value. So this is a framework for assessing human development. It focuses the freedom, the opportunity people have. There are particular lives that people valued. How to live, how to go about it, how to become it. There are freedoms, there are opportunities. That is basically what the capabilities approach to human development really means. And it is developed by Amartya Sen and further expanded by Martha Nussbaum. This approach shifts the focus from traditional measure of development. And you know our traditional measure of development is income or wealth. But there's a better method now when we look at the comprehensive understanding of human well-being. So this approach shifts focus from just income. Formally, when you see somebody rich, you assume that the person is doing well, but you don't know the well-being of the person. Many times, one's income does not translate to good well-being. And that is why the capabilities approach go beyond the wealth, the income, and look generally at the well-being of human beings. A capabilities approach places emphasis on the real freedom individuals have to achieve various kinds of functioning, recognizing that well-being is not just about material resources, but also about empowerment. Their freedom, their choice. A man that does not have freedom, that doesn't have choice, that is not empowered, cannot talk on his own, relegated to the background, though with money, that person may not be having a good well-being. And that is why we are saying the capability approach, look at human development, not from the point of income and wealth. Look at human development from the point where you have your freedom, from the point where you have access to your choice. You can make decisions. People don't impose decision on you, where you can live a quality life, where you can live a quality life. Any question? Okay. For the want of time, I will be giving you material on the concept of capability approach. You can read it up yourself. When I give you the material, they are self-explanatory. The Amartya Sen and the Martha Nussbaum, all of this, I will not waste time to talk much about them. You can read it for your personal understanding. So before we round up this afternoon, we'd like to continue. It's already 2 p.m. and I was told that by 2, they will close. So basically, these are the issues we can discuss today. Any question? Any contribution before they shut down? Because any moment you will see that they will shut down.
Thank you so much, sir, for the lecture. Yeah, I don't have a question. Thank you for the lecture, sir.
Sir,
Thank you. Please,
Thank you for the lecture.
Thank you for the lecture, sir.
Thank you so for the lecture, sir.
Thank you. Jigba, what do you say?
Thank you for the lecture, sir.
You promised giving us the course outline.
Yes.
You are not giving us.
Thank you very much, sir,
So
for the lecture.
it was sent to your group. The HOD sent the course details to your group. Please open what the HOD sent yesterday. Is there?
Yes, we have seen it.
Okay, that is the course
The HOD
synopsis.
sent it immediately after the class.
Yes, it's
It's
there,
okay.
it's there.
Yeah,
Some of us are yet to see it.
In your private group.
Go to the group now, it's there.
It's okay.
I said go to your group, you will see it there.
It's there already, sir.
It's there already.
Before we go,
We have seen it already.
Okay, sir.
Okay. There are two observations.
All right, sir.
Number one, those of you that are still using iPhone, Techno, instead of using our name, you will not be captured in attendance.
Wow.
Please go and change your WhatsApp to your name. Change it to your name. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what I say?
Yes, sir.
Number two, the background noise is too much.
I think
The
there should be
background noise
sanctions.
is too much.
So I think there should be sanctions regarding that.
Please, I will talk to the HOD. By tomorrow, we'll likely be removing some of you. And if we remove you, you will not participate. I'm going to discuss that with the HOD now. As soon as you refuse to mute your mic and you are engaging yourself in another meeting at the expense of our class, it means that you are not interested in this program.
Very well.
We'll just remove you from the program.
Concord, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Have a wonderful rest.
And you too.
Thank you. Thank you, and you too.
Have a wonderful day too, sir.
So we meet by 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
All right,
sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
God bless us
See
all.
you then tomorrow. Thank you.
Bye for
Thank you
now.
very much, sir.
Thank you. And bye for now.
What did they say we'll meet tomorrow?
You can continue.
By 10 o'clock.
Where were you when they were saying
From 10 o'clock. Now, I'll pray for
Iwodi Lucy, you can continue with your conversation now.
A lot of noise.
The noise. Me when I never know how to log in now, me when I don't sabi say if I be in now, no. Abu Ochaga, if you la papa, I will try. I tell them to go like
Me, electoral officer Lano, it took a very long time to affect our lecture.
How do I log?
They have a network problem too.